Before you go, let's talk quickly about the climate drama. It continues, believe it or not. It's hard to imagine, but so many years on, both major political parties, the Liberal Party between the federal government and New South Wales having a row, as my colleague Andrew Clennell reported earlier. And you wrote as well via the conversation that Albanese's facing a near unsolvable puzzle when it comes to how he navigates his way through this. It's honestly hard to fathom that Labor haven't got their act together on this issue by now.
It is, when you consider that we could be 12 months from an election. I mean, you know, Morrison said that he's forgoing full term, but who knows? I mean, Prime Ministers go when they think they can best win. That's the real rule we should all just bear in mind. So we could be 12 months, 11 months out from an election, and yet Labor really doesn't have this matter solved. One of the things it's done is it said we're for net zero by 2050. We've got a pledge to do that, but we're not going to tell you what our interim targets are. Well, they really need to say what their interim targets are, because you need to hit certain things if you're going to hit zero by 2050. Now, Morrison, we see, is actually, I think, interestingly softening his position. He's recognising what the Biden White House means and what's happening in the UK as well, and realising that, you know, Australia is really won out on this, particularly in the rhetorical sense. But the question is, how does Albanese reconcile the two Australias? You know, the inner city Australia that wants dramatic action on climate change, and all those people in those coal communities and energy workers who are worried about their jobs. And, you know, what I'm arguing in that piece is that perhaps Labor ought to be very imaginative about this and actually pay people to leave those jobs, you know, a proper transition fund.
Professor Mark Kenny from the ANU, great to see you.
Thanks, Kieran.
Talk to you soon.